Do Bahamians care about the orange economy?
We all say like even the thump of the drums, you feel it on an ancestral level. Like that might have been before my time.
Wow, I felt
I
maybe for that one.
20.
FMG unscripted.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us once again for Unscripted. I'm your host, PJ Fuego, a modern-day Maya Angelou, dressing like Kanye West and speaking like Malcolm X, everybody. And today, I am joined by a phenomenal panel today. I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Marco. I'm a 2025 FMG intern and happy to be here.
I'm Larissa. I'm a content and marketing lead here at FMG.
My people, thank you so much for joining me today.
No
No
problem.
problem.
Today, we are going to take a deep dive into a topic that seems near and dear to our hearts, that affects a community that we are a part of. And it is, do Bahamians care about the orange economy?
That's deep.
Isn't
Hot
it?
topic.
That's a deep topic.
Okay. So let's take a deep dive into it. Let's get unscripted.
Yeah, man.
Before we get into it, how would you describe the orange economy and how would you say it's being represented in the Bahamas? I'll start with Marco.
For the orange economy, I'd say it's more as a group of mavericks. For people who don't know that term, basically independent thinking people, people who go against the grain. So that'd be in regards to fashion, probably your take on graphic design, filmmaking, your aesthetic vision, that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe mine won't be as descriptive. But your orange economy is basically anything creative, the creative elements of the economy. If you want to go businessy, it's anything that adds to economic value in the form of like ideas, intellectual property. So you have your arts, you have your theater, you have all these different areas of the orange economy. So yeah.
And I know the orange economy encompasses so many different facets from, like you said, arts, music, theater, social media in a sense as well,
Yeah,
too.
marketing, yeah.
I think I want to pin down on something, or at least a subset that's kind of highlighted in the Bahamas here, or looked at as the orange economy. Do you think Junkanoo fully incorporates, do you think Junkanoo encapsulates the entirety of the orange economy here in the Bahamas?
No.
Not at all.
No, I just think it's Junkanoo is a little different because it's like it's our culture. So we all say like even the thump of the drums, you feel it on an ancestral level. Like you can't hear Junkanoo and not tap your foot or move or something like that. I think Junkanoo is culture. It's Bahamian. So, but it doesn't encompass everything that an orange economy has to offer.
Like if I look at it from a like straightforward point of view, if I wasn't Bahamian, the main things for Junkanoo covers I'd say is costume design, so fashion, dance, and music.
Yeah.
But we still have so many other facets of orange economy that we could explore, and Junkanoo is only like those main three.
I think what I like about Junkanoo, and I think it's the Bahamian in me that's kind of biased, it's one of those things where it's a merge of so many different things, and as Junkanoo evolves with technology and time, we get a chance to see that other aspects get to join what's once looked at as like arts and craft, or just music, or just dance. You have persons who, like, you have film directors now, or people who are into cinematography coming on out and giving recordings, doing drone shots that get so viral that even, like, say, I think it was one time where the Valley Boys were doing a rendition of Chris Brown's song, and he reposted it.
I remember that.
So it's like
yeah.
it has a domino effect in that regard. So
Yeah.
at least it's still appreciated and it still allows room for everybody. That's what I think I like the most about it. But what I want to ask, it brings me to this point of, do you think that older traditional aspects of orange economy, like Junkanoo, gets more recognition than, let's say, newer ones, or even other dimensions like theater, or like we were talking about arts and music, or even in the regards of dancing, or anything else? Do you think that the other traditional arms are more recognized or supported rather than maybe new age ones?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you want to answer or?
I mean, you go first. if you
Okay,
want.
yeah, but I think that's just on familiarity. That's just on interest. So someone like me, for example, I grew up dancing all my life in all genres. So dancing, theater, music, things like that, it interests me. So if I see different plays or, for example, Junkanoo in Paradise or something like that on, that interests me to go. But if I'm someone that hates musicals or something like that, I'm not going to be inclined to support unless I know someone in it. But when you have those more traditional aspects, it's like, no, we all know what this is. We all are going to go out to support because this is my culture. And unfortunately, the more traditional ones, more long-standing, has proved themselves. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Than the more newer ones.
What I like the most too with, I guess, the advancement of the different subsets in our economy, you have persons who do, I think where I'm more familiar with our economy is the arts. I love spoken word art. I'm in obviously the field of marketing and PR, but in terms of what I do in my own time, spoken word art, theater, rap, music, the creation of that, whether it be from more of a lyric level or a lyrical level. Oh, where are my words? Or from the spec of a production aspect. So still has that opportunity to shine in. So I know persons, just give it a shout out. I know persons like Shadfer,
Yeah.
or you have Andrew Gomez, who's in the spoken word arts, who's doing or provides room for open mics for different artists to come on out, whether it be some of their written forms or even their visual arts as well too. So I think what I like the most about Orange Economy is that it gives a shine time to a whole lot more that people didn't see careers in.
Yeah.
I think that's with this day and age that it's really giving light to. It's not just a passion project anymore.
Yeah.
It isn't something that you do outside of your 9 to 5.
Yeah.
It's now you can have this as your 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Shoot,
So-
it's more than 9 to 5 every day, all day.
Oh,
24 hours a
marry
day.
me rich, Jesus, please. I
Yeah.
think it then goes into the topic of now the orange economy now kind of mainstreaming itself as now careers that people are jumping into.
Yeah.
Maybe leaving their 9 to 5s that they may not feel as passionate about and now actually going to a career or going to lanes that's profitable, one, and that they enjoy. How do you think businesses are receiving those persons who are in the orange economy, or even kind of merging with them so that there is a progress or traction with them?
You want to go or you want me to go? Because I could go.
Because that's a deep question. Now, my thing is when I think people leaving their mainstream jobs to do their orange economy as hobbies or pursue their passions, there's a lot of commitment that you got to put towards it. So you have to invest time into yourself. You got to invest time into your craft. You got to invest into promoting yourself, let it be known. So I think that is a big hurdle in and of itself. But once you do put in all that work and get the recognitions, I feel as though a company could recognize you from afar. Say, I love his creativity, I love his passion, I love how he tackles things in a creative way. So let's see if they could incorporate that into our vision, our business, and create something beautiful together.
I think for me, maybe it's because we're in marketing, we're in this world. It's the age of technology. It's the age of, ooh, I want to do what this person is doing, influencing. So I think it's tried and true. So use an example. If you saw or heard about this random event, you wouldn't go. But if you see a familiar face, someone who's well known, someone who's now built a relationship with their audience, and they said, no, y'all, we have to go. I've been there. They have this and this and this. You're sold. So I think that companies are finding value in the fact that people love to see people, and you trust the person more based on, I don't want to say how much they've been right, but like, oh, I love their personality. It just depends on the influencer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think they're finding value in that they'll get a return on their investment, basically.
Now, do you see? I guess with that being said, it more so sounds like the business wants to, I guess, try it out, see if it's good, then tap back in. But do you think that businesses take creative careers now seriously or even valuably?
I say to a certain extent, because they do give us some freedom. Speaking from freelancer visions, they do give us some freedom, but there's still also a guideline that we gotta follow.
Yeah.
So have your fun, try this out, try that out, but also stick to our set rules. So more or less 50-50.
I think it's still awareness. I think it's, you can't trust something you don't know yet.
Yeah.
Like it's a wariness. It's a, well, will this hold up? Or like, I've never done something like this before, and hey, that's us Bahamians. It's take a while for us to trust something now. But it's okay. Yeah, I think that if we were to be given the chance, and we're able to prove ourselves right, or prove that, hey, this does work, then yeah, I think that there's more opportunity given, but I still think there's a weariness.
I think I agree with you. I think there is still a wariness from some companies, but I've seen other companies really embrace the influencer, brand ambassador type of market, or even or even in the aspect of putting on creatives who are up and coming and giving them a platform.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember back in the day when they had BTC Star Maker?
That might have been before my time.
Wow, I felt my age on that one.
Oops.
BTC Star Maker once upon a time was where they would get persons who would be kind of, let's say, in the field of the orange economy, whether they sang, dance, models, or did any things, and they became brand ambassadors for, I guess, for the company.
That's cool.
Long story short. I don't see, I think in that realm of trying to find a star, it's different now because like social media allows so much more room and platform for you to get an inside look on who you would want to be affiliated with your brand, who you think speaks the type language that your audience members lean into as well too, or even the idea of businesses now tapping in to say, let me see for myself. Let me see who insert X, Y, and Z here.
Yeah.
I think some of the people I've seen be able to be successful with that transition have been like, do we give shout outs? Can we give a shout out? Like Cunny Mudden, say it like that. But Ashley's a great one. You have AB Swaby's another great one as well too. Dasquay, Shadfer, all those persons.
Bodine as well.
Yeah, Bodine. Yeah, really, Top was really been a good one as well too.
There's a lot of good ones. Yeah.
So it's just being able to see how that transitions a little bit more to at least giving those opportunities where people can actually see careers and not feel as though that, okay, let me give my 9 to 5, the last bit of me, and now on my own time I get to now give my career something or give my passion project something.
Yeah, I think that's just the type of, like, I think that's based on the types of businesses that we have in the Bahamas though. Like, I think a lot more, for lack of a better word, younger people are leading different companies and stuff, but you do have a lot of older people that are like, I know this works, so I'm going to stick to it. So that word of mouth or things like that. And when you have agencies like FMG, for example, come along and we're like, no, these are the ways we can help you. Sometimes it really takes a bit of convincing because they're like, what do I need all this stuff for? I'm doing so well on my own. But I guess it's a matter of proving yourself at that point. Like, no, it works. Let us just show you, right?
I always say hard work never goes unnoticed. Hard work never goes unnoticed. So consistency, hard work, just putting in your time and giving your dues in, like it's always going to go the way you want it to if you're actively planning and working towards that.
Yeah, I'm really big on that consistency part.
Yeah.
I think I want to lean into what that support looks like from a governmental level. I think we talk orange economy from more of a different fields and what that looks like and how we're involved. But I want to say with this sector of persons now becoming a bit more prominent and being taken more seriously, I want to see that the government is now leaning into a bit more support. Recently, the government announced in their budget that there's going to be provisions of monetization on different platforms that I know a lot of social media influencers and content creators can definitely benefit from. But not just them. I want to make sure like that it's in the musicians, it's in the artists, it's in the theater kids that may post their monologues online as well too. Being able to see what that traction looks like. If that comes in, what do you think? How do you think that'll shift the orange economy?
People are going to really come out of their comfort zones and do what they love. That's how I feel like it happen. When people see other person succeed and they see and feel what they want to be in, that'll give them the motivation to say, I could try that. I could actually make something out of it. And then they can also make something in return. From they see that return, it gives them that feeling of, I'm actually doing something great, so let me keep on doing it. Then we're going to have a lot more creatives around if that goes that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think that having that backing or any backing at all kind of takes away some of that initial fear, because honestly, a lot of people, and this is general in life, you don't hop into things that just because of fear of failure. So it's like, or fear of, I don't have the support. What if this happens? Like, what if I don't have funding? What if? It takes some of those ifs away. So I think more people will have the courage to say, oh no, let me at least try. There's a space for me, or if there's not a space, at least I can make one now, and I have the support of my country essentially, and all the people that would be here to be with me. So I hopefully it would just be a source of encouragement, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I would definitely even, I guess, champion on that as we get ready to come to a close. Is that outside of that, those provisions coming on in, there's a push for intellectual property being recognized
Good,
here from
yeah.
as artists as well too. That I'm sure each artist can appreciate.
Yeah.
And even beyond that, there's so many different avenues where there's support. You have the Small Business Development Center that offers Creative Entrepreneurs Initiative.
Yeah.
From persons like us in the orange economy, you have even grants from the Bahamas Development Bank that also give that support as well too.
Yeah.
So by all means, that, in my humble opinion, I think that we're definitely leaps and bounds ahead from where we were
Yeah,
and taking
for
that
sure.
conversation seriously on thinking that persons can actually have a lucrative job
Yeah.
in an industry such as this or in a sector such as this. So definitely think that with the progress of the art economy that we're witness. I
Yeah.
think us at Fincastle Media Group, we give
Definitely.
that safe space for influencers, brand ambassadors, videographers, and the whole conglomerate, straight on down to even writers.
Yeah.
So we give that safe space for persons within orange economy. We look forward to still doing that and continue doing that actually.
Contact us at Fincastle Media
Yeah,
Group.
be sure to contact us. Visit our website at fincastlemediagroup.com. Final words, everybody.
I'll towards the people in my age group. Closed mouths don't get feed. Do what you love, stay consistent, and show people you will get recognized, honestly.
How do you follow up after that?
Oh, just like this.
Mic drop. No, I would say above all, I used to grow up saying, "Oh, we're so stuck in the Stone Age and all these different things," but I think it's nice to see that space is being created for creatives. FMG is a prime example of it. Not just creatives, but young creatives. Like you call Quay, you call Bodine, you call Shad Fur, a Vocab, all these well-known names, and they're doing what they love. So I would say just do what you love. Take your passion and make it into something that you could wake up every day and be fully satisfied. That's all.
All right, and you got that one out of me. Everybody, thank you all so much for joining us. My final words would be hard work doesn't go unnoticed, so be sure to pour into your passions and let your passions pour into you. Everybody, I'm your host, PJ Fuego. Thanks so much for joining me. Make sure you're following Unscripted and Fincastle Media Group on all of our social media platforms, and we'll see you next week, Monday at 7 p.m.
I was going to say deuces. That's so old of me.